In a universe where life does not end at death, we explore the infinite possibilities forged by our very minds. Welcome to Arthadian Anthologies. Before we get started, I just want to inform you that this series was recorded over Discord. If the quality dips, it's due to connection issues. Greetings, fellow travelers and storytellers. Welcome to a mini Reborn in Power series that is an epilogue to the Doctor series. In this series, you will be following Caliber, and loose ends are tied up, and a major plot thread is linked to what is to come. Follow along as Caliber handles the consequences of Dr. Cal's death. Inside your head, you feel yourself working to free what seems to be an entity that is coming over your body, that is working to almost puppeteer your limbs. As you are working alongside Quive, you can see that you are inside your own subconscious at this point. And you can't help but try to break out of it. I'd like you to roll me a discipline will check, Caliber.
Okie dokie. That's a 13.
13, you try to kind of reach back into your own body, trying to control it, and then suddenly you feel this, I am sorry, but I must do this. And as this happens, you go blind.
Not again.
You suddenly open your eyes. As you open them, you see standing before you is Quive. And he looks like he is actually kind of patching you up on around your head. And he looks at you, he's like, hi. He's awake. You look over and you see Zareen walking up, as well as Asla and Viken. And
Did I do anything stupid this time?
it wasn't just you, it was also me.
Yeah, I was going to knock you out and drag you away from the thing, but I guess I got pulled back into it as well.
When you look over, you actually notice that you are not inside the chamber anymore. You seem to be resting against the wall currently. And
Are we still in the facility?
yeah, we're still underground, Asla says. There's no connection upward right now. I haven't been able to contact the base. I think that they have some kind of... They're still using that network, but now that their leader is gone, it might have... They might be trying to reconvene and figure out what to do. You see Zareen just looks down, and she's in her own head, hasn't said a word. Asla just looks over and is like, "Do you think that you can get up?"
I think I can walk. Calvin's gonna try to stand up.
You stand up. As you stand, you have a bit of aches going throughout your body. Easy now. And then Asla kind of says, so you have been out for about an hour now. What happened was you and Clive opened up the...
We freed it, didn't we?
You did.
Oh, no.
But Zareen went to shoot it, and it disappeared. Like, full-on vanished. And so did Proto.
Not again.
But it was different than the creature. Proto actually disappeared before the creature did.
Did anybody see how?
I wasn't... And then you hear Zareen say, "It was a conduit."
What?
The conduit. It's an energy source.
An energy source for what?
It's like a field in which it allows for the transference of data between one place to another across a wide range of places, as long as the conduit has been developed there.
This has happened to Proto before. I was asking because it might be the same guy again. But I kind of doubt it this time.
Yeah. Doubt it. Zareen looks down. And Aswa's like, "Well, we should probably get going back to the base so that we can inform the commander and the admiral about our, I don't know what to call this. Success? Failure?
Mutual destruction. It's a win-loss on this one.
You hear Zareen say, "Is like, what happened to the formless?"
I don't know.
You released one, didn't
Collie's...
you?
Yeah, Collie.
Don't call it
I
a
think...
name.
I'm sorry, but Formless One's a bit long right now, and we need to be fast about this. So, Kali. They probably freed their brother already. But we don't know that yet.
You see Zareen look upset, and then she turns around and she's just like, we need to hunt them down. They cannot escape. Azla's like,
well,
shouldn't we go back to the base? It's like, you guys can go back to the base. I'll hunt them down myself.
Even then. Five, what did you figure out about the facility?
You said that to Zareen?
I said that to Clive.
Oh, Clive. How much did he figure out about the facility?
Yeah.
About the place in which the experiment happened with Dr. Cal?
Just the facility in general. Like, what were they doing here exactly?
I believe that they were... It seemed like they were trying to do some kind of experiment to give... That creature, whatever it was, I think it was a Gonian. Like an ancient Gonian, like my ancestors, our ancestors as Nugonians.
Yeah. I think, well, from what Dr. Cal said, all of the computers around here have genetic information on it. Most of them, and they took the blood of something that can clone people. The formless ones me and Zareen are talking about.
Formless ones? Do they have a proper name, like an actual name?
Listen, it's been a long day, and their name is hard to pronounce. So I'm just gonna continue calling them Formless Ones and Kali.
You hear Zareen say from around the corner, they're called Cantorites.
Yeah, that.
And Azla says, are you staying around to make sure that we're okay, or are you gonna go and hunt down the Cantorites? Azla says. You see Zareen look over, and then she says, I realize that if I do go, I put myself in danger. I can't hunt them myself. Their ability to take anyone's form will compromise me. Who are you? Viking says. And Zareen looks up and just stares at him. I can't say. All I can say is that I'm an ally. And that I'm here to hopefully make things right. All right, Commander. What's the plan? Asla looks over at Viking, then down to you, Caliber. Over towards Quive. I think that we should suddenly almost looks like an energy beam just appears out of nowhere right by you guys. And as this happens, what do? You see just bright energy flowing right next to you. You see Viking reel back, get ready to attack as Asla also gets ready, and you see Zareen looks over at it and is completely calm. Quive is just kind of like stunned at this point.
Serene, do you know what this is? You seem awfully calm over there.
And she nods and says, "He's here for me." And then you see it stops glowing, and then you see what looks like a Sin frame standing there. And then he looks over towards Zareen, and then looks at each of you. "Hello. Salutations. I am known as the Archivist. I am a Master Guardian. Pleasure to meet you."
Caliber.
Asla?
Hello?
Quive. Viking? And then Zareen walks up. "I'm sure you already know what's happened. We lost the Nameless Blade. Not really nameless anymore. Right. I should probably refer to her as the Blade of Otonic. Is there a reason why you're here, VX? I am here because I have your next mission for you. Now that you are not protected by the Blade of Otonic, you will need protection. You know that I don't need protection. You will need protection. No one can know. I can handle myself. You know that's right. And you can tell that there's like a little bit of there's a relationship here. There's something going on. And
Caliber's just gonna step forward a bit and just be like, well, frankly, I've seen her in action. She can protect herself, but if you want her to be in a group with someone to kind of keep her identity better hidden or something, she could stay with us.
I was actually going to say that.
Oh.
But the thing is, you, Caliber, aren't you still assigned to a mission in which you have failed?
Yeah. Yeah. But she would be a good ally to have in what's to come.
Well, the thing is, you being a bounty hunter, do you think that you could hunt for a specific being? And Zareen looks over, is like, what being? We need the champion. The champion of Venus? Yes. Okay. We need the champion, and I believe that there are some communications that have been going through, rumors, in which the champion has been held in a maximum security facility for about almost 2 decades now. Actually, a little over 2 decades now.
Oh.
2 decades the champion hasn't been out? They're still alive? Yes, they are still alive. And Asla, Quive, and Viken, they all are just confused for a second. But then Quive says, oh my gosh. Champion? And you see VX look over towards Quive. Have your neurological pathways opened up since you have been probed by a Gonian? And you see Quive beginning to have tears in his eyes. Oh my gosh. Asla? Viking? And you see he goes over, he's like, I need to probe you both. And Viking looks down, he's like, I don't want to be probed. Don't touch me. It's like, no, this is important. It's the memories that they took from us. And you see VX, the archivist, as he said, steps forward towards Quive. I think it might be beneficial for both of you to do as Quive is suggesting, but in a better place than here. Perhaps I can take you back to our base. And you see Zareen look over, like, they're lowly, they're not necessarily big. And VX is just like, it's okay, they won't know where they're at. Plus, Core Command will not know where they're at.
Wait a second, were you just calling us peasants?
You're mortals.
Okay. So, guessing the Guardian place?
Not Guardian place, no. It is a secret base. You will only be staying for a short time. Understood?
Okay.
Alright. And you see the archivist suddenly begins to shine with that bright energy again, and all of you get wrapped around by the energy, and then you suddenly appear inside a large trapezoid metallic chamber. You see there is an area, like a rectangular area, where it kind of goes off into this strange alien world. And then you see a large circular table in the center of this trapezoid space. You also see multiple other chambers that are closed off. And you also see a large, gaping cavern, massive. And you hear... It sounds like a massive creature sleeping. Welcome to our secret base. And you see Asla looks over towards all of you. And she's just like, this is all new to us. And she motions towards Quive and Viking. He's like, did we just, where are we? Exactly. It's a secret. Right, I understand that, but like, are we in the core? Yes, we are in the core. Would you guys like to take a seat? You see Zareen go over to the large table and go and pull up a chair and sit down. She rests her elbows on the table and her head in her hands. What do you do, Caliber?
I'm gonna walk over there and subside Zareen. You okay?
I've lost so many people in my life. I didn't think that this mission would be so hard to start. I still have so much that I need to master.
Yeah. Guess this mission didn't go as expected for anybody. They didn't tell us what was in this cave. They just said, go down there, look around. I would have ejected if I knew frickin' Monty was down here.
We're not there anymore.
God. Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, VX. Yes? There's a situation. I'm aware. Yeah, and you're aware exactly how bad it could get? Well, right now, their goal would not be to fully... Well, who knows exactly what their goal would be, but I presume that they would probably strategize a way in order to create more of themselves. More of their kind. Yeah, and we should not let that happen, right? Right? No, that would be very... It would regress us back a few decades. And it could possibly help with whatever the architect's plan is. Okay. Good. You did not show your power to anyone who is tied to the architect, did you? No, I did not. I made sure to keep it at bay. Good. That is good. And you see Asla, Viking, and Quive all sit down. Alright, Asla and Viking, would you like to to begin the process of the probing? And Viking's like, I don't want to be probed. Is there any other way that you could, do whatever he's gonna do to me, or just, fill me in once Asla's done? I don't want to be probed. Wouldn't it make more sense for you to have your memories back, though? What are you talking about, memories? Clive is like, Core Command took our memories. Aslo looks over and is like, what are you talking about? Core Command took our memories of when we first became a squadron. Because we became curious about about something. And our operative, who was a part of our squadron, she was actually the champion of Venus. And Aslo's like, what are you talking about? The champion of Venus. They have a ritual, and every time a champion dies, a new one is to be chosen by Venus. The champion was a part of our squadron, and maybe if I just give you the memories, it will snap things back into place for you. Okay, I'll do it because I don't know what's going on, so I want to know. Viking, I know you don't like to be probed, but I think that this would actually help you too. Clive, why do you gotta be the only Nugonian that I actually like? Fine, you can probe me. Alright. And you see Clive stand up and go over towards both of their heads, and then place his fingers on their heads as each of them fall unconscious. And then you hear Caliber.
Yeah.
Being a part of, well, a mercenary that was hired by Core Command, I'm sure you are uncertain of your place now.
Offering me a new job?
You heard them speaking. This champion, they need to be rescued.
Yeah.
Having them and their power will be very beneficial for our alliance to succeed in thwarting whatever this architect's plan is. Do you think that you can
So you're just...
help us?
At the very least, I can offer an extra gun. And always having an extra gun helps.
You might
Serene
also
saved my ass.
you might also have a better chance than us. As far as we are aware, or Core Command is aware, Dr. Cow is still alive. But that won't be the case for long. It will be important for you to let them know what has happened. But also, the rumors that have gone around about the champion and where she is being held. it suggests that she is being held in the Thet system. On the command colony of Thet. Actually. Roll me
Not familiar with the place.
Roll me a lore check.
A lore check?
Yes. A lore check.
10.
10.
I have not ranked up lore because I haven't been, focusing on tactics.
You think about that. You feel like you've heard that before, that term before.
I read it on a brochure somewhere.
Well, you remember that the Squad 119 was supposed to be headed there or something like that.
Oh.
Right before you entered into those caverns.
Oh. Well.
The thing is, you would blend in very well there. For most of them, actually, all of the Corps Command officers there are Redicon.
Oh.
Do not trust
Oh,
them.
hopefully then. I already don't. They're at a prison. They work at a prison. I already don't trust them.
Well, it's not necessarily a prison. It is actually a command HQ, in a way, but is helmed by Redicon. Very deceptive Redicon.
Yeah, should be able to blend in just well as long as they don't ask me about the homeworld.
You'll need to infiltrate into their ranks and then find out where they're keeping the champion. And you see he looks at you very carefully, very carefully.
Are you okay? Having a stroke or something? You're looking at me kind of weird.
Have you been experiencing anything like entities coming to you?
Yeah, since taking the job with Dr. Cal. That's been an average Tuesday.
Has it been more like darkness taking hold of you? Emotion-wise.
Let's see. First time they asked me to kill Dr. Cal. Second time they asked me to kill Dr. Cal. And the third time they wanted me to gouge out my eyes, so I'd say yes.
He leans back. And you did not do any of these. That is good.
I was tempted. Especially with gouging at the eyes. It was kind of weird having architect's script on my eyes or whatever the hell it was.
You had architect script on your eyes?
Yeah. It was weird. Don't worry, I didn't see Zareen using any of her abilities. I was mostly locked in a room when I had it. They disappeared shortly after leaving, though.
Okay.
It allowed me to read. It allowed me to read special words. It allowed me to read the archetype script. I don't know if I still can or not.
Interesting. Zareen, what do you make of this? Zareen looks over. I think that... She looks down. Come now, Zareen. You know death is a natural process of everything. Death or, murder, killing, all that. That's natural. I suppose it is what we have to live with. Live with. Right. Continuously living. And she stands up. I think that Caliber could probably go in and do his thing. Just... And she looks down at you, Caliber. When you get in and you find out where this champion is, call me first. Alright? Before doing anything, call me.
Do you have the codex or what? How do I call you?
She goes up to your she goes up to your head and she places her hand on it, and then you feel a shock into your head go through your brain. I need you to roll me an endurance check.
Oh no. Let's see, endurance. God, why didn't I make the font so small? 22.
22. You feel this shock go through your head, and you take 35 points to your stamina.
Okay.
And as that happens, you feel a go like this energy wave just fluctuate through your mind, and then you hear, "You can call me with this. Whenever you think about me, you will be able to telepathically communicate with me."
Oh. Huh. Pretty sure I would have freaked out about this a couple of months ago. Of course, you guardian. Is this like normal for you guardians?
I'm not a guardian. Or at least not anymore.
Oh.
And VX looks over and is like, consider Zareen a... What should we call you? Title-wise. I don't need a title. I just am Zareen. Alright? The less you know about me, the better.
Yeah. Not normally.
Trust me. If word gets out about me, it won't be good. But she looks over towards the others. as they're still under the influence of the probe. I'm gonna go rest once they're done. VX, are you gonna just send them on their way? Perhaps. Maybe if I send them on their way, they might have an issue. We don't
They
want...
could come useful. This is their old squad mate, after all. If she's volatile, they could calm her down.
You would want to have them come with you? The issue is that now that they're going to remember everything, it might cause some problems if they were to reveal to Core Command that they remember. Then again, it has been 2 decades.
Yeah. Things go loud. I'd rather have someone helping me. But if I'm not mistaken, Asla has some pretty good clearance.
Yes, but there is a hunter that watches them. At most times.
A hunter, huh?
Yes. You'd have to watch your back at all times if you were to be with them. I am going to inform them about that once they are out of their probe. Would you still want to have them come with you on this mission? I was going to send them separately. You would go on ahead, as they would prepare themselves for all that they need to know. Eventually, you'd probably be able to see them. You would know that the time is coming to free the champion when I do send them.
Okay.
Are you fine with that? Or do you want to go with them directly?
May look a little suspicious if I go with them directly if I'm supposed to blend in. So yeah. I was just making sure they'd still be there.
Okay. Good. Well, if that is the case, Caliber, are you ready to go on your mission?
Like right now, or once they wake up?
Right now. Or
do you have a photo of the champion? Something identifiable? So that once I do see her, I'll know who I'm looking at?
They are a Cantol on a Redicon world. Trapped. Should be the only prisoner on Thet.
Oh. What color Cantol?
Purple. They are
purple.
Hummin.
Oh.
Hummin Cantol.
I haven't dealt with many of them. Huh. I haven't met many of those. Well, once they wake up, tell Clive I'll take his contract. Once all of this is over, and the Venus champion is free. Will ya?
I suppose. But I'm sure you can tell him yourself.
Just wanted him to have something to look forward to. Anyways, Kelly's gonna stand up, crack his knuckles. Okay. Ready.
Ready. Set. Bye. You appear back inside the labyrinth cavern system.
Couldn't at least put me out at the camp.
You look
I was
over.
gonna start.
You look over and you look down. This is actually the start of the labyrinth. You are nearby the actual Core Command camp.
Short walk. I think I was gonna start walking toward the camp.
You start to walk over. As you walk over, you see Core Command officers come up and then put their guns up. It's like, stop right there! You coming alone?
Unfortunately.
Are you... Do you have control of your mind?
My name is Caliber. I'm the mercenary hired to protect Dr. Cal. Was the mercenary hired to protect Dr. Cal.
You see one of the officers puts his gun down, looks over towards the other one. The other one goes and presses a button onto his wrist. And he says, we have a Caliber here. Mercenary, hired to protect Dr. Cal. And then you hear, send her through. Alright, you're good. And
Okay.
you begin to move through. Going back through the base, you see everyone there, stationed there. And you see a bunch of operatives who are like scientists working on the understanding the ritual on that was on the ground. As you walk through, you see Commander Curter, as well as Operative Micah, step forward. And Curter says,
Commander?
Where is everyone?
Asla squad is still down there. Sir, I'm sorry to report. Dr. Cal didn't make it. Proto is MIA. There was so much. Sorry.
Wait. Dr. Cal didn't make it. What about... And you said Proto... What? Where's Proto?
I got knocked out toward the end of the fight with Montezelic.
And Asla's squadron is still out there?
Asla squad is still down there, continuing to survey the facility.
What happened with Montezelic?
Montezelic is dead.
Dead.
Yes, sir. I saw the body myself. I saw the fight.
Dead?
It was...
Like, dead?
Yes, sir.
All troops! Move in! Exterminate all Cortexians whenever you see them! And then you see all the troops beginning to arm themselves. And
get ready to go inside. Dead?
There's
Are you certain?
something. Yes, but there's something you need to know before you send your troops in.
Halt!
There are two shapeshifters down there that we cannot let out of that facility. One of them is free running around in there. They know every thought that the person they've turned into. So just basic questioning is not going to work on them.
What was their last form? What should
The
we
last
be looking
form
for?
I saw, they can change on their own in between whichever form they've taken. They've taken mine, Proto, possibly Dr. Cal's, and maybe anyone else that was in that facility.
All right, so
Just a simple glance, and they can turn into some.
any limitations to this? Do they have to see your face?
I'm not sure.
Helmets on, everyone! At all times! Make sure your visors are at their darkest. Don't let anything see your face. And you see everyone begins to do this, listening to his command. All right. Move out. Keep your eyes open. There might still be Turex down there being probed by these Nugonians. But with their leader gone, their strength will dwindle. Exterminate them! And he looks at you, Caliber. What about the body of Dr. Cal?
Was the body still in the tube?
It was.
From the looks of it, Monty used him as a battery source inside of a tube. I think it's still down there, inside the tube. The controls to open it was damaged in the battle against Montezelic. We couldn't get him out. Monty drained him completely.
All right. Said that Proto is gone.
According to Tesla, he
I thank you for listening to The Hunter. If you're curious about the greater implications happening in the background, keep up to date by listening to the New Age campaign as well. Also, if you want to be reborn yourself, you can subscribe as a Chosen to access Chosen creation and exclusive codex entries. Until next time, travelers, be safe, stay safe, and if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power.